Good morning, everyone. Alright, welcome back to another video. I hope y'all are having a fantastic day. I think I will have a fantastic day today. My daughter was a little bit sick yesterday, so I was a little bit worried, but she looks like she's doing better now, so it'll be a better day than yesterday, so that's good. It's actually really cool here today morning. Too bad the camera doesn't pick it up as well, but there's just a ton of steam coming off of those nozzles. All that warm water and the cool fresh air in the morning, man, it looks pretty cool. We just barely finished air seeding this field. I wasn't around yesterday because, like I said, my daughter was sick, so I was trying to be with her. But my cousin air seeded this field. We got that little bit of rain previous video, and it was enough to quickly air seed it. Not enough to where we were going to air seed the other field. Once this field's done watering, we're going to move the water over to that one, because this end gun is sucking up a lot of the water. There's a lot of water coming out of that end gun, and if we use the end gun, there's not enough water to water both fields at the same time, so we gotta wait. Once this one's done, I'll water that one, water maybe 4/10 one way around, do a quick 48-hour circle or something like that, and then after 48 hours, then I'll plant it and wheat, and then I'll just let the pivot continue watering, water it all up once. And then I might, after that, switch it back to this one. So I am looking right there, and you know that nozzle right underneath that end gun, it's closed. So I got to put on my rain suit and open a nozzle today morning. Well, that end tip is now open, and pretty much all I came here for was just to check up on my pivot, make sure that it was still running. So I do have well over 30 pounds of pressure in there. Definitely wanted to make sure that no lines were busted. There wasn't any hoses that popped off on top of that pivot, because we normally don't run that much pressure, but still wanted to check up on it regardless. And the second thing I came here for is this diesel tank. That's weird. Notice that as I was pulling onto the dirt road here, that my tires are smoking, and either my brakes didn't unlatch or something. I don't know why. It's just, maybe it's just a little hot. No, that can't be. I think the brakes didn't unlatch maybe, or something. I don't know. That's a little weird. Plugged it in and everything. I don't know if it's a thing where the brakes can not release themselves, but I only started, I didn't even drive very far. I only drove like 2-3 miles maybe, and not very fast either, but that's a little strange to me. I'll have to take a closer look at it, see what exactly is going on, because we can't have that. We can't have the brakes just going up in flames. I think that's what it is. I think it's just the brakes. They should have loosened themselves. Guess I'll have to talk to my dad about it. He knows more about brakes on trailers than I do. But I'm here today morning. I guess I'll just leave this here for now. It's smoking a little bit, but it's not too hot. You can feel it. It's definitely the brakes though. But I'm here today morning. I'm gonna start servicing some combines and move out of here. Finished this field yesterday, so guess we better get to it. Well, I just talked to my dad, and he said that it's been doing that every now and again. It hasn't been doing it all the time, but every now and then it'll just not release the brakes, and it just, well, I guess slides along. My tires are still moving, so I wasn't rubbing off all the rubber on the tire, but apparently he said he's already checked up on it, and I think he said he got someone else to check up on it too. They couldn't find a problem. He said the only thing to do is just to unplug it so you don't have your trailer lights or you don't have your brakes, and then that way it releases it, and then you don't have a problem. Then you just don't have trailer brakes for a while, but apparently that's something that we need to get checked up on, and we haven't figured out the issue yet, why it does that. So I guess there's that. I guess now I know that this trailer has been already having issues. At least, well, it's not the first time. It didn't start on me. It's been doing that already, but whatever. I'll just continue servicing. I'm gonna grease everything. No one's here yet, so I'm trying to see if I can get everything greased before everyone else gets here. Man, it was 40 degrees today morning, and I've worked for about an hour, and now I'm like almost sweating, and I have to take off my jacket because it's already getting hot. Like as soon as the sun comes out, then it's already warm. Like it's ridiculous. We don't get winters. Almost done now. All the combines are greased already. The only thing that really needs yet is just air filters to be cleaned, which we only did 60 acres yesterday, and I don't think it blew a lot of dust, so I think we should be fine. But I'll ask the other guys that drove the combines to see if they're going to be bad or not, if they cleaned them the day before or not. I haven't been around the combines in a while, so just gotta do the buggies yet. Once the buggies are done, then we're gonna start unhooking our basket and shaker. We're gonna get all that unhooked and ready to move out to the next field. Time to move out. All right, let's put this guy in third gear if it ever wants to go. Nope. Wiggle it. Oh, there you go. 10% up. Throttle. Let's move out of here. Sadly, those buggy drivers were a little bit impatient. They didn't want us to look cool going down the road with 3 combines and the buggies behind the combines and then the basket behind the buggies. So they're kind of ruining the beautiful setting we got going on here, but whatever. They're just a little bit impatient. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention, we got a third combine. These combines, they need some better mirrors. It's like this mirror right here, all it pretty much does, you can't even see behind you. It just shows you that basket right there. Like it needs to be another 3 feet further out, and we already extended it as far as we can. That's a little inconvenient. Sometimes what you gotta do is you just gotta turn and then turn sharp right, and then you can sometimes see at an angle to see if someone's behind you. Or in this case, you just have a couple of other combines or some other people behind you and tell you if there's another person. So anyways, we're moving. Yes, we got a third combine. The opportunity arose. Another farmer was selling his combine. I think he was retiring or something. So we took the opportunity. It's an old combine. It's a 2003 model, just like our oldest one, but it had half as many hours as our oldest one, so it was still in dang good condition. So we thought it was a good deal for that, was the right price and everything, so we bought it. We thought it was more worth it than buying a brand new one for our situation anyway. So now with 3 combines, we're actually moving very, very quickly with harvesting fields. Now before we could do 120 acres in a day if you really tried. If you pushed it, made it a really long day, you could do 120 acres. Now we can do 120 acres easy without even trying. This next field that we're going to is 160 acres, I believe. It would be kind of cool if we could knock that one out today. That'd be actually pretty nice. And about 30 miles later, we reach to the next field. So this combine is the new one. It doesn't have the good header on it with the good bands on it like that combine does. But throughout the winter, we'll make that a project to convert this header over the good way. It does not have duals on it like our newest combine, which is fine. But it is an older one, but it has really low hours, and we're happy with it. We think it's a good purchase. Only thing major is just this conveyor here's a little bent, I guess from buggies hitting it maybe and whatnot. So that's about the only major issue. Everything else seems to be running fine. There's still a lot of factory stuff on here, a lot of factory bearings still, factory pulleys, you name it. Even the header motors, hydraulic motors on that side, even those are still factory. And we replaced ours a few times already, so that's a good thing. And if you're wondering why I'm filling up when I had that diesel tank there earlier, apparently they didn't want me to fill up over there. They wanted to drive over here and then fill them up here, which I thought it was the same thing, because that diesel tank has to come back here anyway to get filled up. This is the only diesel tank that's not empty, that where we can fill up the red one with. So I thought it was gonna be the same, but we're filling up now instead. It's just as fast, I think, and I think it might be full now already. The combines, everything is set up and ready to go, but there was a lot of dew today morning, so I'm gonna quickly go turn on one more pivot, the pivot that they finished harvesting yesterday. I want to turn that one on, start watering it. That way, as soon as that's done watering, then I can air seed that one as well. The rain that we got the other day didn't quite do enough to where we could just air seed it straight into there, so sadly we have to do a little bit of pre-watering before we start planting. Well, it's about that time. Let's go thrash some peanuts. Well, we'll see. We're gonna drive in a ways, see what the losses look like. We may or may not start. What a view. Man, it looks good. Love to see 3 combines in the field. I think we're just about ready to go. Doesn't look like there's too many peanuts coming out the back right there, so I think here in a little bit we're gonna start combining. Make a few more adjustments to this combine right here, and then we'll be good to go. Well, looks like I'll be loading up trucks all day long. Everyone else took the combines and buggies, because now that we're actually working close to home, every single one of our family members wants to come over. All of our wives and kids, they all want to come with. So we're all taking turns riding something today to where family members can come with. But in the meantime, I'm gonna disengage one thing on this combine, and then semi just barely pulled up, and I'll start loading him. Beautiful looking truck right there. Bearing is still out on the combine. My brother went to go get a bearing, so he'll be back shortly, but he'll move out of the way later. You might remember this truck from that truck show video I did. If you didn't see that video, you should go back and watch it, because it was an amazing truck show. It was lots of cool trucks that were there. You should go watch it. Yeah, this truck was in there. It won the classic genre. They had a couple of genres. He actually won a prize for having the best looking classic truck. Load number 1 gone. And he's back. I didn't even have to order him this time. He just hooked up another trailer and came back this way. Which, if you're wondering, these trucks, they're not our trucks. We just call in to Lone Star Peanuts, tell them, hey, we need a truck. We have enough peanuts for a truckload, and then they send out one of their drivers, someone that they hired, and then they come out here and take a load and bring it back over to their warehouse. Well, someone made a mess, clogged their peanut elevator, so looks like I'll be the one to fix it. I just need a shovel, and instead of bringing it back here shovel by shovel, we got a tractor. That's the easiest thing to do, or sometimes we'll just throw it onto a buggy, but tractor's not in use, not enough peanuts for another semi, so I'll go take this tractor, clean up someone else's mess. Cannot forget to unhook this. Not the worst pile I've seen, so not too bad. And I think there's one more pile somewhere over there, so we'll see if I can find it. There goes load number 4. Now, since he won't be back for a little bit, I'm going to hop in my truck real quick. Gonna go take a look behind the combines just to see what kind of job we're doing. Let's see here. Oh, you don't want to see these empty shells, but we've been getting a little bit of this. That started from today morning already, but this is already pretty good. If I found some that had like 6 or so peanuts on there, and 2 of them, not the worst. But just gonna check here, pretty much just look anywhere I'm looking for. So that's actually a full one, but there's 2 full ones. We're getting a couple peanuts behind the back of the combine, but I'm looking for all the pops, all the empty ones. And there seem to be quite a few of them coming out the back. They all got pigtails on them, so that right there is what we don't really want, because with higher humidity you start getting pigtails on there, and then you start losing them out the back. Yeah, you can tell a lot of them. Well, that's actually a shell, but see, another one with a pigtail, which that's a pop, so that's fine. But see, another pigtail. That was a half full one, so it was a little lighter, got out the back. But we don't really want pigtails. These are actually pretty dry, but they've actually been coming in at 7% moisture, which is way too dry. Drier than what we would like it to come in at, but sometimes I guess it just is what it is. After the rain, we could only come out here so and so many days later, but we might have to make a few adjustments. I don't know. I'm getting quite a few of them coming out the back, because there's lots of pigtails. Not liking what I'm seeing here. Yeah, there's a lot. Load number 6 for the day. We had a few peanuts coming over the back earlier, but it was as good as what we can get it for rained on peanuts. So I think this might be the last truckload of the day, and we're gonna call it it. Well, we're actually gonna call that it for today. I don't even know how many circles we harvested, or how many acres we harvested today, but it was a few. I think we might have gotten close to 60 acres done today. We started pretty late because of humidity, and now we had to end pretty early because of humidity. It kind of gave us a shorter day, so it is what it is. We'll hopefully be able to finish this field tomorrow, but as for this video, I do appreciate y'all for watching. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow I'll actually be in the combine and be on that side of the process. But as for now, I guess I'll see y'all in the next one.